Thanks for being here.
Yeah, no, of course. I'm originally from a town called Morgan.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our 2017 Twin Cities Film Fest exclusive official red carpet coverage. Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Fleurdejunk. It's our 8th annual. We're here at the Showplace Icon Theater. I'm your host tonight, Douglas Sidney. It's day 2. Andrew DeVary is with us. He's already dancing on our red carpet, which is awesome. He's here in support of his film, if memory serves. Now, it's a feature film.
Yes.
It's right in that mid. It's a perfect runtime. And what I so love about the film, you're doing something that, at least for me, I haven't had a chance to talk to someone that's presented a film like this before. I don't know if we've had one like this at the fest. A silent feature.
Yes.
What does one need to know about silent films in order to go ahead and make one?
They need to know that things were in black and white before they were in color, and they need their reading glasses. So
awesome. What was the impetus for this idea?
I think I'm a big fan of Charlie Chaplin, and he really kind of shaped a lot of the stories that just affected me. And I wanted to kind of give something back. And I also was just thinking that in a world of like Transformer movies and movies that things are blowing up, I just wanted to kind of return to the simplicity of kind of old storytelling.
Old storytelling, it's so compelling. It was, it still is. Talk to me as a director about what did you need to do different, if anything, with telling a story in this fashion? Were there drastic differences from telling a present day story or a story with dialogue that's in color?
Basically, one of the biggest differences, when we're in production and we're going through the script and shooting it, you have to realize, I'm writing everything down, and I have to tell myself, okay, I have to eliminate all this dialogue. Everything has to be visual. Everything has to come across to the audience as visual as possible. And you kind of just looked at old silent movies and how many title cards they have, did they not have, and Chaplin himself had very few title cards, like 50 title cards in a whole movie. There were a lot of dramas of that time had like 200. So I wanted to try to be as few as possible to kind of match, that.
Do you know offhand how many years it does have?
I think we got it down to 74.
Okay.
So,
wow. Now, you're talking to us in both your writing hat and your directing hat. When you're putting that script together, did you write in all that dialogue only to know that when you get to your shoot in production, you need to take all that out? Because there's one other thing about the film itself that I noticed, but I want to comment on this, I want you to comment on it first. In terms of the writing, did you write with dialogue?
No, I wrote with title cards in mind. I wrote with trying to be as brief as possible. Some of it was kind of tricky given it's a drama and there's kind of, amnesia involved and a lot of that sort of stuff, so how do you convey that? But I wrote it with as little words as possible.
Right, and one of the things that I noticed, and I was thinking back to The Artist, which is it's a great reference film, but your actors, your performers in the film, they're mouthing words. I was trying to think back to The Artist if that happened or not, but I thought that was unique. Can you comment on that?
Sure. Basically, I told a lot of my actors, the actors have the script, and then they so they know the scene from beginning to end, and the title cards that are in there. But I kind of told a lot of them, have a conversation. Like, it's not going to be heard, and so that the scene can go from A to B for themselves. So I let them do a lot of improv.
Sure.
And kind of just to get that emotion out there.
Exactly, and you had a lot of your cast here, it looks like. You had a lot of cast in the film. So, did you have your actors coming up and saying, hey, what do I do here? I haven't done a film like this before. Or after a short time, did they just kind of do their thing and did everything sort of just sit in as production happens? Did you have a lot of questions with them turning to you and saying, this is a silent film, what do I need to do differently?
I think it came down to just sitting with my primary cast and having them watch as many silent films as possible. I think we got together and we watched some Chaplin to try to just see the actions. Everything was a lot bigger, it was more theater-based, everything was loud, so, and then I just kind of let them go, shooting things.
So you made a period piece, and it's in black and white. Talk to us about props, about set decoration, about finding locations, because all of that had to be very specific.
Oh boy. It was a lot, especially, I mean, it's during World War II, and I thought that was going to be really tough finding old Army stuff, but there is so much, like surplus stores where people just cleaned out their closets and gave that away. So it was just a plethora of props that I could find. And then it was a lot about making your own props, you know, or contacting theater companies for period outfits and things like that. So,
how about locations and set decorations? Because you had to create this world. Was that a challenge? Did that happen somewhat seamlessly like the props did, or?
Locations, we just kind of looked for buildings that were made pre-1945. In Minneapolis here, we shot a lot of exteriors and outside stuff in the warehouse district in Minneapolis. And then we had to kind of shoot diagonally to avoid like mirrors and cars and things like that. And then for props, we had an amazing producer who also was the set decorator and prop master, and she was just utterly amazing and did all of it and made things at the drop of a hat.
It looks it. So great place to shift. Talk to us about, you said you shot in Minneapolis. Talk to us about being a filmmaker and making films in Minneapolis.
It's really great. You know, I have a lot of friends who are also kind of in the filmmaking industry, and a lot of them live in California. And you can't shoot anything in California. You need permits, and they cost so much money. But shooting here in Minneapolis, everything was free. You know, and it felt really good to like be running around and people kind of screaming or, you know, being really big, and a cop comes up to you like, "What are you guys doing?" And I'm like, "I have a permit." So it was really great shooting Minneapolis. Everyone's so nice, everyone's so understanding, everyone's so generous.
Awesome. So two other components really quickly, because I know you need to get in and enjoy your screening. Is this your first experience with the Twin Cities Film Fest?
Yes, this is the first time I've had a project in the Twin Cities.
Thank you for submitting it.
Yeah, I've been here a few times seeing the films, and I've always liked the vibe here. Everyone's so nice, and they're willing to look at kind of the upcoming projects that they think is going to be big, and they're also looking at the little projects, the people that don't get noticed, that want a voice, want to get that out there. So it was very nice to have that here.
Awesome. Now, in relation to your previous work leading up into this, you've done things that are a marked departure from the film that we're seeing tonight. Would you do another silent film? Did you love your experience in that genre, in that era?
You know, you never say never, right? But I think for the next project, I'm working with a collaborator, and we're going to try to scare some people with a horror movie. So I'm looking to kind of branch out, but it has my heart. You know, this is a genre that has my heart. So you never know. You never know. Maybe I'd more do kind of a color, modern day silent film. I don't know if I would go black and white again, but you never know.
So great of you to make an homage to a genre that you love so much. So awesome of you to be here. Thank you very much, Andrew DeVary, for joining us. We're going to see you again here on our Fleurdejunk sponsored red carpet here at the 2017 Twin Cities Film Fest. They have a ton of cast and crew here. They're going to go enjoy your screening. We'll see you again.
Bye.